Welcome to Reading Thai Script, the interactive online tutorials created by Yupapan Hun Jamlong for the course Thai 107, Reading and Writing Thai Script at the University of Hawaii-Manoa. Click Next to begin. Overview of the Thai script and writing system. The modern Thai script has a history of over 700 years. The precursor of the modern Thai script first appeared in an inscription on a stone slab or a stele dated 1292 AD. According to the inscription, the script was devised by King Ramkhamhaeng in 1283 AD. The script was based on Grunta, an ancient Brahmi script of South India. Of course, Thai script has gone through a lot of changes over the past 700 or so years. In addition to changes in the script shapes, there also have been changes in the rules for using the script. For example, there have been changes in the rules for the placement of vowel forms. Here is a comparison of the first line of the text as it appeared in the inscription, shown in the top line, with the modern script and modern way of writing Thai shown in the second line. Here are some characteristics of the Thai writing system. Similar to English and most of the languages in the Western world that use a Latin-based writing system, the Thai writing system is an alphabetic system, using alphabet, a set of basic written symbols or letters, to represent the phonemes, basic significant sounds of the spoken language. The mapping of the Thai symbols or letters and sounds are fairly systematic, meaning that typically one Thai letter consistently represents only one sound or phoneme. The exception to this is the complex vowel symbols shown in slide 10. Thai is a tonal language. Therefore, in addition to the symbols or letters representing consonant and vowel sounds, Thai also makes use of tone marks, diacritic symbols representing tones. There are 44 consonant forms, of which 2 are obsolete. Therefore, 42 consonant forms are in actual use representing 21 consonant phonemes. There are 28 vowel forms representing 18 single vowel sounds, 9 short, 9 long, and 3 diphthongs, that is, a combination of 2 vowels pronounced together in one syllable. However, there are also 2 invisible vowels, which are the short vowel O and A. There are 4 tone markers, that is, 2 regular tone marks and 2 special tone marks that were added to handle tones in loan words and sound imitations. These tone marks interact with initial consonants in the 2 types of syllables to represent 5 tones in Standard Thai. Now let's take a look at each grouping of the Thai script, starting with the consonants. The 44 consonants are grouped into 3 classes, high, mid, and low, classified by their tonal qualities, which are their inherent tones and their tonal interaction with the tone marks. The 2 obsolete consonants, that is, those consonants which are not in use, are not included in the charts. The consonants in red are the irregular forms used to write loanwords from Pali or Sanskrit. Note that some consonant sounds have more than one corresponding form, such as th, the aspirated T sound, which has 5 forms, 2 in high class, 3 in low class. These forms are not interchangeable in word spelling. The Thai consonants. All of the 44 Thai consonants are presented here in the Thai alphabetical order, from left to right, across each row and down. The 2 obsolete letters are shown with yellow background. High consonants are shown in red, mid consonants are shown in black, and low consonants are shown in blue. Each Thai consonant letter is pronounced with the vowel aw, the low back vowel, as in the English word aw, and the inherent tone of the consonant class. The inherent tone of the mid and low consonant classes is midtone. The inherent tone of the high consonant class is rising tone. Click on each consonant to listen. Click Next to move to the next slide.
กอ
ขอ คอ
As a learning aid, each Thai consonant letter is associated with an identification word which starts with the sound it represents, similar to the use of spelling alphabets in English, such as A apple, B ball, C cat, or A alpha, B bravo, C Charlie, and so on. This Thai alphabet chart shows each letter with a picture of its identification word in the background. For example, the first letter of the Thai alphabet is Ga, with the ID word Gai, rooster. The ID word for each letter is also helpful as a spelling aid. As previously mentioned, for many consonant sounds, there are 2 or more different letters that represent the same sound, such as the 3 S high-class consonant letters. The ID word will help identify the correct letter form in spelling, whether it is S for pavilion, S for hermit, or S for tiger. In general, the direction of Thai writing is horizontally from left to right, and there is no uppercase or lowercase distinction for letters. In other words, there are no capital letters. The vowels. The Thai vowel forms do not all follow initial consonants. Each vowel has its own prescribed fixed position in relation to the initial consonant. Some are placed before the initial consonants, some after the consonants, some above the consonants, and some underneath the consonants. The vowels that are complex form, or composed of more than one part, can be placed around the consonants. Here is a table showing all of the 28 vowel forms shown in red, including both single and combination forms. In this table, the letter O-ang in blue is used as a placeholder for an initial consonant. Click to listen to each vowel. Click Next to go to the next slide.
อา อะ
You may have already noticed from the table in the previous slide that there are 4 sets of vowel forms based on the prescribed fixed positions in relation to the initial consonant of the syllable. The vowels are shown in red in the following examples. The letter I is the placeholder for initial consonant. The letter F is for the final consonant. First, the after set has the fixed position after the initial consonant. The position of the final consonant, if there is one, is after the vowel. The example shows the long vowel A. This is the only vowel position used in English and other Latin-based writing system. Second, the before set has the fixed position before the initial consonant, such as the vowel A. Note that the position of the final consonant is after the initial consonant. Third, the above set has the fixed position above the initial consonant. This set of vowel forms is used with the final consonant, which follows the initial consonant. The example shows the short vowel A. Fourth, the below set has the fixed position underneath the initial consonant. The final consonant follows the initial consonant. The example shows the short vowel U. And for the complex vowel forms, the form that is composed of more than one vowel symbols, they are typically placed around the initial consonant. If the vowel allows a final consonant, the final consonant follows the complex vowel form. In the first example, the 2-symbol complex form represents AU, the vowel sound A followed by W. In the second example of this set, the complex 3-symbol vowel form represents the diphthong IA. The final consonant follows the last symbol of the vowel form. So, keep in mind that when you learn a Thai vowel form, in addition to learning the form and sound, You need to know its position with respect to the initial consonant. Some are placed before the initial consonants, some after the consonants, some above the consonants, and some underneath the consonants. Tone marks. Thai is a tonal language, therefore each syllable in Thai has a tone. There are 5 tones in Standard Thai: mid, low, falling, high, and rising. Each syllable has an inherent tone. The majority, 2/3, of all the syllables in any written Thai text are syllables that are not marked with any tone marks. Only about 1/3 of the syllables are marked with the tone marks. There are 4 tone marks in Thai. They are placed above the initial consonant of the syllable whose tone they mark, or on top of the vowel if the vowel is placed above the consonant. The names of the tone marks are loan words from Sanskrit numbers. The 4 tone markers are Mai A, meaning tone mark 1. It indicates low or falling tone. Mai To, meaning tone mark 2. It indicates falling or high tone. Mai Tri, meaning tone mark 3. It indicates high tone. Mai Chattawa, meaning tone mark 4. It indicates rising tone. The first 2 tone marks, tone mark 1 and tone mark 2, are regular tone marks that have been in use since King Ramkhamhaeng's 1292 AD stone inscription, though the form of tone mark 2 has changed. The tone markers 3 and 4 first appeared 400 years later in the first Thai primer textbook, Jindamani, in the reign of King Barommakot. Their use is limited to syllables with initial mid-class consonants. Each has a fixed tonal value. Syllables with tone mark 3 always have high tone, and syllables with tone mark 4 always have rising tone. These additional tone marks are thought to have been developed in order to write sound imitation words and borrowed words from other dialects or foreign languages, such as Chinese. As previously mentioned, each syllable in Thai has a tone. The inherent tone of each syllable is determined from the class of its initial consonant and the type of syllable, live or dead syllable. A live syllable is a syllable that ends with a long vowel or one of the following consonant sounds: yaw, waw, maw, naw, ngaw. A dead syllable is a syllable that ends with a short vowel or one of the following consonant sounds: gaw, baw, daw. Tone marks typically appear on live syllables. They can appear in combination with a certain dead syllable with low-class initial consonant too, but very rarely. For the syllables with tone marks, the tone marks are an additional factor in determining the tonal value of the syllable. The following table shows the tonal value of each tone mark when used with an initial consonant of each consonant class in a live syllable, represented by the syllable ending with the vowel ah, including the inherent tone of each live syllable with no tone mark for each class of initial consonants. For a syllable with a high initial consonant, the tone of an unmarked live syllable with no written tone mark is rising, as in ka. With tone mark 1, the tone is low, as in ka. With tone mark 2, the tone is falling, as in ka. For a syllable beginning with a mid-initial consonant, the tone of an unmarked live syllable is mid, as in ah. With tone mark 1, the tone is low, as in ah. And with tone mark 2, the tone is falling, as in ah. With tone mark 3, the tone is high, as in ah. With tone mark 4, the tone is rising, as in ah. For a syllable beginning with a low initial consonant, the tone of an unmarked live syllable is mid, as in ka. With tone mark 1, the tone is falling, as in ka. And with tone mark 2, the tone is high, as in ka. Note that the special tone marks 3 and 4, typically mark the syllables with mid-class initials. To sum up, regular Thai tone rules are: each Thai syllable has a tone.
The factors determining the tones are 1. The syllable type, live or dead syllable. For dead syllables, the length of the vowel, short or long vowel, is also a factor. 2. The class of initial consonant, high, mid, or low class. 3. The use of regular tone marks on live syllables. A. No tone mark, or you can think about it as null or tone mark 0. B. Tone mark 1. And C. Tone mark 2. Let's now take a look at the complete regular Thai tone rules, summarized as a tone chart. The special tone marks are not included in this chart. Click each box to listen to the pronunciation of the sample word and view the properties for each box.
Ka, 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 ขด ขาด กา กา ก้า กด กาด นา หน้า น้า นก นาค
We return now to the writing conventions of Thai. In addition to the points mentioned earlier, namely that the direction of writing is from left to right horizontally, and there is no upper-lower case distinction for letter forms. Another notable and important writing convention and practice is the issue of space and other punctuation in Thai writing. Thai does not use space or any kind of punctuation device or symbol to mark word boundary. Therefore, a Thai text is a continuous string of letters. Space may be used to separate words in lists, before and after numbers, clauses, or sentences, but space can be random as well. Punctuation marks are rarely used, not even to mark the end of the clause or sentence, though Thai grammar books typically list punctuation marks, both indigenous and borrowed from English.
To demonstrate the Thai writing convention mentioned in the previous slide, we will use a paragraph of English text written with the Thai writing convention. Take a few seconds to read it and rewrite it using the proper conventions of English writing. Note the strategies you use in trying to make sense out of these strings of letters. Click on the paragraph or click Next to see one version of the rewrite.
From this exercise, you should now be aware of the different conventions of writing that are used in Thai. Click Next when you are ready to find out about strategies that can help you to read Thai.
Since some of the Thai writing conventions are different from writing conventions of Latin-based writing systems, such as English, different sets of cues and strategies are used in reading Thai texts. The basic strategy is probably the same strategy that you use to make sense of and rewrite the English text written with the Thai convention in the previous example. That is, you looked for a familiar combination of letter chunks that are meaningful. Morphemes are the basic smallest meaningful units that make up words. The majority of morphemes in Thai are one-syllable units. Therefore, the basic strategy in reading Thai is to identify the syllables in the text that are written as continuous strings of letters. A Thai syllable consists of an initial consonant, a vowel, and optionally a final consonant. Recall that each vowel form in Thai has its own fixed position in relation to the initial consonant, with a fixed position for the final consonant if allowed as well. Therefore, these can be used as cues to identify a syllable unit. Let's try out this strategy. Here are two sentences in Thai. The vowel forms are marked in red. Your task is to identify the syllables in each sentence. The number of syllables is given in parentheses. Click Next to review the vowel position examples that we discussed. Click Next to view the answers. This demonstrates how the apparent continuous strings of letters in Thai writing are interpreted or perceived by readers of Thai. Click on the sentence to listen. A gloss is provided for each syllable or meaningful unit. The meaning in English of the first sentence is, "He is a scholarship student." And the second sentence means, essentially, "The watchman took leave from work." This concludes the overview of the Thai writing system. For further information, here are 2 recommended readings, one from Wikipedia and one from the Thai 107 textbook.